Welcome to the sixth film in our Building Bases series. In it, we look at what happens at the junction between the base of a building and the land around it. Large quantities of rainwater can build up over short periods at the base of a building and press against the exterior wall. The base of a building necessarily features two joints, one between the wall and the adjoining land, and the other where the structure of the exterior wall changes. Any water that builds up will press against these joints and should therefore be avoided. If the land at the base is surfaced in some way and so allows only a small quantity of the water to penetrate downwards, the ground adjacent to the building must be angled away from the building. This fall allows any large quantities of water that build up over short periods to run away quickly. The photograph here shows how the paved area in front of our port workshop in Zwickau slopes away from the building. If the land around the building has a permeable surface, then water will not build up at the base of the exterior wall. This is the case at our Stehlener Straße fire station here in Dresden, for example. Here, it's important to backfill the foundation pit with a permeable material so that water does not build up below ground level and press against the basement wall. If the surface of the land immediately around the base of a building is to be used by pedestrian or vehicular traffic, and so paved or surfaced, then the build-up of rainwater can be prevented by laying a drainage gutter at the outer edge of the building. Rainwater then drains away along the gutter quickly and in a controlled manner, as here in front of the bay doors at our Dresden fire station. The water that collects in the facade gutter can be removed in one of two ways. Either the gutter is connected to the general drainage system and water is discharged to another area where it's allowed to seep away with the rest of the rainwater, or the gutter drains into a water-permeable subbase material and so seeps directly into the ground. The type of drainage chosen will depend largely on the permeability of the ground. The simplest manner of preventing the ingress of standing water into the fabric of a building and so the interior is to make the floor level of the ground floor higher than the adjoining ground level. A platform-type building is therefore the natural solution to protecting a structure against the build-up of standing water outside. Standing water poses a far greater threat to pit-type buildings than platform-type structures, particularly where ground floor level and ground level are at the same height. The only way of protecting a pit-type building against the build-up of standing water is to waterproof the structure. Summary: large quantities of rainwater can build up over short periods at the base of a building and press against the exterior wall. It is vital to prevent standing water pressing against the joints in the base. Depending on the intended use of the ground around a building, the foundation pit can be backfilled with permeable material, or water can be redirected by sloping the ground away from the building. If the surface of the land immediately around the base of a building is to be used by pedestrian or vehicular traffic, a drainage gutter should be laid at the outer edge of the building. Platform-type buildings provide a natural solution to protecting a building against the build-up of standing water outside because, unlike pit-type buildings, the ground floor level is always above the height of the adjacent land. Our next series of films looks at thresholds. We hope you'll be able to join us.